Hey, Margie here. Welcome to the Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up podcast, the show that helps Christian moms prioritize their physical and mental health so they can boldly step into God's calling. I'm your host, Margie Ruiz. Hey, Margie here. Welcome back to another episode of the Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up podcast. Before we jump in, I just want to say, if you are walking through chaos right now, if life feels like a never-ending to-do list mixed with emotional curveballs, girl, I see you. And guess what? I am you. Let me paint you a picture of what the last few weeks have looked like for me. One of my daughters has been going through a personal storm that's impacted our whole family. My other daughter is about to move across the state for a new job. And just last week, my 84-year-old mom, who came to visit for graduation, only to end up in the hospital. And yep, I wrote this podcast from her bedside this morning. I still have my visitor tag as I have to go back over there. I just came to record. But yet, in the midst of this madness, we celebrated. See, my daughter graduated from college and we threw a party filled with joy, music, and laughter. My ride-or-die friends and family, they stuck around and we danced and we sang like no one was watching. For a moment, we let joy in. This morning, a friend of the gym asked me, how are you handling all this? The answer, by God's grace and through habits that I've built over time. See, I got up this morning and I went to the gym. I did my 10-5 formula prayer in the car with my husband on the way home from the gym. And I prayed my rosary with my BFF Mark Wahlberg via the Hallow app on the way to the hospital. These things, they're not just routines. They're my lifeline. They're what keep me sane, a little sane. And today, I want to share something that's been echoing in my heart. What if the chaos is part of the calling? Let's dive into today's 3 clicks to help you anchor yourself, even in the whirlwind. Click number 1, wake up. Stop fighting the flow. My word for 2025 is flow. When I was doing my vision board, which you kind of see part of it right here, I found a quote that said, surrender to the flow. And it kind of stuck with me. I don't know who originally said it. There's kind of a few records out there. But I learned that it's a concept rooted in ancient philosophy. This idea of letting go of control and trusting the movement of life, even when it's messy. For me, it's about trusting that God is moving, even when I can't see it. See, we love to plan, don't we? Some of us like to color code, strategize, control. Anyone? But then life throws curveballs that weren't on the calendar. That's when the flow becomes more than a word. It becomes a practice. Proverbs 16:9 says, we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. I had plans, but God had something completely different in mind. It doesn't mean He's forgotten us. It means He is forming us. Your challenge? Ask yourself, where am I resisting what God is doing? Pause, breathe, and surrender it. Click number 2, pray up. Your peace is in the practice. I used to believe I had to wait for things to calm down before I could focus on God or take care of myself. Now I know that peace doesn't come after the storm. It's something we bring into the storm. That's why I still get up and move my body every day. That's why I still pray, especially when life gets chaotic. That's why I stick to my 10-5-5 formula every day. 10 things I'm grateful for, 5 things I let go and let God, and 5 things that I'm praying for. It literally takes 5 minutes and it will shift your entire day. If you haven't downloaded it yet, go to margieruiz.com and download it. Trust me, my friend, it will change your life. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. I'm not superhuman. I'm just surrendered. And He is my strength. Click number 3, boss up. Take care of God's gift of your body. Let me tell you, sitting in the ER for 12 hours last night was very eye-opening. Some people were there because of freak accidents, but many, they were just simply unwell. Years of poor habits and excuses. And no judgment. I've been there too. But it just reminded me, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't fulfill your calling if you're constantly sidelined by your health. Romans 12:1 says, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's spiritual. Your challenge. What's one small act, a small act of self-care you can choose today? Not out of guilt, but out of love for what God has entrusted you to do. My friend, I don't know why all this is happening in my life right now, but I do know this. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but really you've been planted. Christine Caine said that. And I am choosing to believe that God has planted me for something amazing. This season may be wild, but God is still working. So when the chaos rises, ask yourself, what if this is part of the calling? What if this is the soil where God is growing something beautiful? My friend, you're not stuck. You're not alone. You are being strengthened. If this episode blessed you, please share it with a friend who needs to hear this message. Someone out there is going through a storm, and you might be the reminder they need that God is still in control. Keep showing up, keep surrendering, and don't forget, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So wake up, pray up, and boss up every single day. God bless. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, if you enjoyed the episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, shout it from the rooftops, leave a rating and a review, all the things. And to catch the latest from me, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at margie.gp6 or go to my website at margieruiz.com and make sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.